What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
안녕,
Keith.
I'm Mary Jane Maki.
I'm Curtis.
And I am find out next week.
Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know why y'all here. AESPA, girls. This is your first time on the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell for notifications. And jump on the Patreon. Some exclusive stuff on there, especially from AESPA. They battled on there. I think it's a dance practice joint on there and a couple other things. Especially anything SM related is all on there. You know they block half the shit. This shit might be blocked for all I know. Future Nick saying nah.
Probably getting blocked right now.
As I'm like, bet. Motherfucker. But without further ado, we can jump into this. Let me see what my baby winner is doing. Shit. y'all gotta let me know what's going on in the comments, because that's the same chick that was from Black Mamba.
Yeah, they got a whole
that they're fighting.
digital band sort of video game alter ego storyline happening.
There, Aespa's fire.
Same thing. They did. What was the first song we listened to from them?
Well, we listened to a couple tracks from them, but I blatantly remember that being the same exact lady from the Black Mamba track. Yeah, Aespa's fire, man. Besides the fact like they're super talented, I actually love the production on this. I get if this may be jarring for some people who aren't kind of fans of.
It was giving Sucker Punch vibes. Like I got that.
Thank you.
Next Level.
Thank you.
They did it on there too.
Yes, and it's kind of online with Next Level, like the production
They
and
even
everything.
say that in the elevator sequence. They literally go up to the next level.
We already kind of know what's up with SM. I kind of credit them for having some of the best like kind of hip hop R&B people on here, like in the K world. It's crazy. I haven't got an R&B song from aespa yet, but I feel like they'll smoke one. They kind of seem like they keep aespa more in the yeah, but just even as far as the production of the music goes, like like pop rock like this is. I'm trying to think of what this, because this isn't so much EDM-ish. This is just like kind of
high energy,
heavy
type shit. Yeah.
There's no other word to kind of think about it than kind of like heavy. But I think
rock is a good.
Yeah, but I think they excel at that. The production value is SM again, so it's what do you think?
It felt like a movie.
Like Cheyenne said, you beat me to it. It was just the heavy Sucker Punch vibes, and the fighting and everything like that. I love that they was actually in the mix doing stuff, fighting with the swords and all this other stuff. This was dope. I do want like another listen to kind of digest a little bit more of the music, because it was so much to take away from everything. But what I will say is that it did get to a point, shout out to aespa, where I did think they were over the beat. Like you can, regardless of how jarring you think the beat may have been or how, the production is on it.
They was letting them vocals go.
The vocals started just kind of like, and when they were going, it just was like, they weren't singing, they were
Somebody
singing.
hit that high note.
And the high note sustained for like a while. Like the production, the beat almost changed a little bit, and she still kind of was going.
She was in her bag, deep in there.
Yeah, at this point, I just want to hear some B-sides, probably something that's a bit more like chill from them. This video was decent, but it's on par. Black Mamba is one of my favorite K-pop videos in general. The drop is one of my favorite dance choreos from any group. So yeah, how y'all feel?
This was definitely a different one. They killed it. They brought the energy. I feel like they were powerful like in this video. You know what I mean?
They definitely kept punching the shit out of people.
Right. Like I definitely do love the Sucker Punch vibe. Like just being in a whole nother dimension, being something else, fighting. That was really, really decent. I have to agree with you, Nick. I do want to see what else they can do, because I feel like they were really like do a good ass slow song, like you know what I mean. I just feel like, especially the shorty who was blowing at the end. Who was blowing, her vocals was insane at the end. So you know what I mean. I definitely want to see one of those type of videos and songs. Other than that, I love how much thought they put into the video. They really asked for a lot and they delivered.
It was a story.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it could have been a movie, like the part 2 of Sucker Punch Back.
Ready Player ass.
But yeah. But other than that, I think I do want to hear another listen as well. But yeah, good job.
This is like my 5th or 6th maybe aespa reaction. I definitely get. I feel like this is definitely their lane, the pop rock, just kind of girl crush or ramped up girl crush elements and everything like that. Ning Ning is definitely my bias though. She, every time we give it to her, and she carries the notes, especially at the end. She's a perfect closer, in my opinion. The beat threw me for a loop at first because I thought it was going to go into more of like a trap type vibe. It kind of reminded me of 2 Chainz Used To, with the doom 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 doom, and then it switched up to definitely like the more hard, grungy, light metal, or new metal. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. That's what it is. New metal. They kind of remind me of new metal vibes, but just with a little bit more pop inflections and everything like that. But everybody, this is a group where actually all the girls hold it down though when it comes to singing. I just have my favorite, Giselle Winter, and of course Karina. She gets busy as well. They all handle business. So the song, it was pretty cool. The video was very like girl crushy, typical girl crush. It's nothing new from aespa. If I'm looking with all their videos in mind, I would say this is probably their most stylish in my personal opinion, as opposed to less relying on just like the effects and everything going on with the video, especially with the avatars that they have. The lyrics didn't really there was nothing new there either, just compared to how the songs, like I said, the previous songs were, but it was still pretty fun to kind of hear them talk tough a little bit, talk some big talk. So, but yeah, man, shout out to the girls. Y'all handle business.
So I thought it was cool. I definitely liked the video. I like the color palette that they used. I like the story that they tell. This seems like almost like a concept group, where each song or each album is another chapter in a story of aespa. It seems like I want to get the whole story behind the duality of them and their digital alter egos. I know there's another group that has a digital group too. Is it like I think it's like G Idol. They have
I think so.
Their digital.
Yeah, I don't want to give somebody flowers and be wrong as fuck. But yes, it is another group that does that concept.
Separate name, separate entity or whatever, but there's still that's the group. But I love what they do here. Does this song seem like a full song? Sometimes when we hear K-pop songs, they end way too fast, or we don't feel like we get enough. But I felt like we got everything. What was it, like almost 3-4 verses in here?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a lot more than what we normally get. We usually get the 2, and then they'll just beat us over the head with the hook, or let the beat ride out for another 30 seconds, and then that's it. But we got almost like 2 parts where we had vocal runs. We had after the 3rd verse, and then again at the end where she just went ham. The concept of the video is definitely crazy. Like the color palette, again, just the purples, the deep blues, the reds for each individual person. I think at one point they had like a deep green inside, kind of like a tech vault. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This was just good. I don't think the choreography was as hard hitting as some of the other things that I've seen, but it was definitely clean nonetheless. I would just like to see more.
The cyberpunk vibe.
Yeah, this was honestly ridiculous in the sense that it hit on all fronts for me personally. With the aspects, I mean, clearly, being behind SM and the production value, as you all had said, but I don't want that to, take away or anything from everything that was going on in the video here, whether you look at the incredible uses of lighting, the set pieces, having fight choreography within that as well, the dope, like, kind of otherworldly visuals when the mirror dimension kind of comes in, if you will. So I thought all those aspects, just from behind the scenes in the production, the camera work, all those things were done incredibly well. I loved a lot of what was going on in the video as well, in the sense of, whenever they get in the elevator, they're literally going up to a new level, and then kind of whatever threat seems to be bothering them, the otherworldly threat that being, it seems that's when they kind of have the insert of the emergency call, and then that's when they literally go to the next level, and that's when the beat switches up, and you get the integration of the alternate world, the meta universe, I believe they refer to it as. So I thought all that was done incredibly well. And I'm curious, certainly, what that means as far as whatever cinematic universe they seem to have going, for sure. But just in the beginning, too, everything as the way they started and opened with that beat, I don't know exactly what instrument that is. I don't know if that's quite a piano, for sure. I could be wrong, but that instrument is just so rarely used
Very
in that way,
interesting choice.
or in that key, rather. But it was incredible for me, and that beat caught me right away. And then even as we progress and the beat changes and switches up and gets a little heavier, I still thought it held its same essence or impact within the track. As Keith had said, also, getting 4-ish rap verses, it felt like, and I loved and appreciated all their flows and cadences within that as well. So all those things were done incredibly well too. Some of the lyrics that mostly kind of stood out to me was we kind of thrive in the face of this danger. So it's like a comforting fear, which I think is a really interesting kind of oxymoron, in the sense that you thrive, from when the odds are against you, and then keeping that within the vein of the meta universe. I thought that was really cool as well. But the lyric that probably stood out most to me was your existence is brighter than my reflection. So I thought that was done incredibly well. Now, I don't know, I believe it's meant to reference the whole meta universe thing that they got going on, but I'm sure it could be taken in other interpretations as well after that. But basically, within the video, the context of needing that parallel universe or needing that meta universe, I thought was done incredibly well. So then when you pair that with everything that they had going on, and basically saying, again, kind of thriving off whatever danger seems to be there in this whole, I don't know if it's quite like a save the universe aspect, but it certainly feels that way. Whatever like grand evil they seem to be fighting against. But nonetheless, all that to say, the story behind everything that's going on is very intriguing for sure for me. I love all the effects and the digital aspects that they did within everything, including the choreography. Musically, I really loved everything that was going on too. Of course, the beat and just those incredible high notes that they were all hitting at the end, as you had said, with a beat that's very heavy. And the way they were just belting out one after the other, those high notes. One felt like it went on for almost like 10 seconds or so towards the end. So it was done incredibly well. This track is definitely a download for me if it's available.
Yeah, man, aespa's one of them groups, man. Keith, we be talking about the whole debut thing.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 debut for me with them for Black Mamba.
They're making some great music.
Mind you, this group isn't even 2 years old.
Wait,
in the
that's their
K-World.
debut?
Yeah, their debut was Black Mamba.
Well, it's funny because they reference being hooked around your feet like a black mamba or whatever. In this. So they tied in Black Mamba.
I think
and
every
then
single
now
song we've seen
Next
was
Level.
tied.
Black Mamba
So
tied in. Even
technically
next
they
level,
rookies,
they
right?
had a
Are they
Black Mamba
rookies?
interlude.
You
No,
consider
they passed.
them?
They passed the year. They
Yeah.
they
It
just
debuted
makes the
2020,
concept seem
so that was
a little
their
more
rookie year,
engaging.
kinda.
Yeah, that's why I said they might be a
sophomore year
concept
crazy.
because I even think the villain at one point stretched out her hand and a black mamba
Yeah.
came out of her palm,
Yeah.
so she might be in quote unquote the Black Mamba, the villain in their universe.
Gotta set the villains in the
Quote
opening.
me.
Yeah, so like I said, all I have to say, like, this is a group who, like, potential could really be crazy. Like, every time they drop, the numbers are crazy. I'm looking forward to some more stuff from them. Recommend some B-sides, y'all, from them. Also, like I said, this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Also, jump on the Patreon. It's exclusive stuff on there from SM just in general. But we love you guys, so definitely gonna holler at y'all.
Love y'all. Take care.